So here today to help us become even smarter, we have Dr. Matthew Badtke, the science chair at Jackson College, who has been very busy educating us over the last 2 years and here to tell us what's new in the world of virology and especially COVID. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Great to be back.
We just were talking about the FDA allowing pharmacists to prescribe Paxlovid.
Right.
And to me that was shocking. I had never heard that pharmacists could actually prescribe medicine.
Right. Well, it's an important drug, and I think that it's being underutilized right now. So I think they're trying to figure out whatever ways they can to boost use of it. It's pretty helpful for people, not really those that are prone to the most severe disease, but for those people who would just want to prevent it from sort of going from mild to a little bit more severe. And it's pretty effective at that.
Yeah, I talked to someone just yesterday who did get COVID about 3 weeks ago, called his doctor right away, got the prescription, and on this, I think the second or third day that he had symptoms, he started taking the pills, and in 2 days he felt better.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yep, it does help.
How are the numbers looking as a community? What does COVID look like?
Well,
right now?
I think that we've got a couple new variants. So this is, again, what we've seen over the past year. Continuing now, we've got a slow change in the evolution of the virus. We've got BA4 and BA5 now are the new dominant strains that are out there. You get slight variations on the Omicron, and again, we've got slightly increasing cases, maybe increasing hospitalizations in some areas, but what we haven't seen is really any change in deaths. I think at this point we've got enough vaccinations combined with previous infections that these new variants, while they might be slightly more transmissible, maybe pass from person to person a little bit easier, you're not going to see those changes in severe disease and death like we have in the past.
So we have essentially the 2020 recipe for the vaccines right now. We've seen the actual virus change.
You're right.
Is the 2020 recipe still effective enough, or is there a point where they're going to have to re-engineer the whole vaccine?
Right. Well, it is interesting that we're still using the original vaccine that was developed, way back at the end of 2019, and they did a really good job with that, in that it does prevent severe disease and death still, even with the new variants, even though we have all these different subvariants now that we've seen. We are still getting good protection against severe disease, which is, I would say, the most important thing. But I think we do see the evidence has shown that your ability to prevent infection does go down after about 6 months. That you have a higher chance of being reinfected again. And so I think that there is a push now. The FDA is saying we need to really focus on these new variants that are out there. And it sounds like, at least from what Pfizer is saying, they're hoping to have a new version of the vaccine available by sometime mid-fall, probably October, something like that, that would be more specifically targeting the variants that are out there right now. We've talked about this before. I think this is looking like it's going to end up being very similar to influenza, where we have slightly different versions that are developed each year as we see changes in the virus over time. Just like we see with influenza, we go out, we look at what are the dominant strains right now, and then that's where we try to go with our vaccine each year. I bet we're headed into a similar sort of situation.
Yeah, we looked at the 1918 flu as we responded to this pandemic and tried to take some lessons from that. Are we at a point today where we can look at how we responded to this pandemic starting in March of 2020, that as we get into maybe another season or another spike in cases, that we can take anything we've learned and help prevent spread and death in the next spike?
Well, I do think we certainly have a much better understanding of how the virus is transmitted, and we still see, I still see some people wearing masks when we go out in places, and I think it's pretty obvious that that is a pretty effective way to prevent it. We have these new drugs that have been developed, Paxlovid, like you mentioned. We've got vaccines that are out there. So I think we know, the big thing we've learned is we know how it's transmitted, we know how to prevent severe disease and death, and so it's more about just reaffirming, making sure that people remember sort of what those key things are that we need to be doing if we see another spike. Wearing masks, maintaining that distance, those sorts of things.
We've seen throughout the pandemic, people's focus change. There's always opportunity that comes out of strife. And I'm wondering, you're the professor of chemistry and biology over at the college. Have you guys seen an uptick in people's interest in those studies or in the study of viruses?
I think so. I mean, I teach an introductory public health class that really has changed its focus to COVID-19, and I think a lot of students at the end of that class, I hear them say, there's a lot of things I didn't realize or didn't understand, and I found really interesting about the virus or about how it's transmitted, and there's a lot of interest in that area, I think. So I do think it's something that students are maybe not aware of, all the different aspects of transmission of the virus, and so I think that there is more interest in it, especially after going through that course.
It surprised me when we were all wearing masks on the airplanes. A lot of people thought, well, this is the new normal. We'll always be wearing masks. As soon as the federal government said no more masks, they disappeared completely,
Right.
almost overnight.
Right.
To me, that was a surprise that some of the behaviors that we thought were going to be permanent, like the masks, they went away.
Yeah.
Did it happen too soon, too fast?
Well, I mean, it's a good question. Like I said, I mean, I think it comes down to individual sort of choice and what people want to do, and you still see people that are wearing them. Certainly, I mean, my wife just was on a plane last week, and she was masked up when she was flying and stuff. But some people choose to not do that. I mean, I think it's personal preference at this point, and I think it's very difficult to go back to any sort of a mandate at this point for these sorts of things. And so I think people just need to realize that if it's something that we want to keep contained and keep under control, then when you're in large group settings, when you're around a lot of other people, you might want to think about wearing a mask.
I think too, people need to be really self-aware too. If you're not feeling well, period.
Yeah.
Whether you've tested for COVID or not. I took my daughter to a tutor session yesterday, and her tutor said, I've been tested, I don't have COVID, but I do have a cold, so I'm choosing to wear a mask, and I would
Right.
like it if you would too, for your own safety.
Right.
And I think it's funny, we think COVID is the only thing we're afraid of, and there are so many viruses and bugs out there that can take you down for a few days. Maybe it's just good practice. If you're not feeling well, just take extra precautions.
Absolutely true. And I think that I've seen that many times. Everybody's concerned about COVID, but we still have all these other things out there. My son's daycare class, they had influenza that went through, and all the kids were super sick with that. And we see colds and all those other things that are, again, still going around, and I think that's a good idea. That's certainly something that at the college, our president has been really focused on. If you're sick at all, don't come.
Yep.
And that's sort of the guidelines that they've given, and I think that's a good approach to take.
Yeah, I think a lot of people as an employer, we had people that, not feeling that great, but I knew I had to be here.
Right.
Not anymore. Yeah. As always, thanks for all your information and your expertise. It's always great to see you, man.
Yeah, glad to be here.
Thank you very much.
Dr. Matthew Badtke, Science Chair at Jackson College. Stay with us. Mike Smith joins us after this.
Wilcox Lawn and Landscaping has been proudly serving the southern Michigan area since 1986. With thoughtful design and quality craftsmanship, our experienced experts can bring any idea to life. Stop into our brand new location and garden center today. From a total redesign to just a few plants to spruce up your outdoor living space, we have everything you'll need. Need dirt, mulch, stone, or topsoil? It's all here and on site at Wilcox. And of course, we can handle the delivery. We can also take care of your fertilizing and weed control, irrigation from repairs to new systems, and all of your landscaping needs. Wilcox Lawn and Landscaping, everything for your outdoors.
A&A Meat Market has provided Jackson with premium choice meats for over 80 years. You'll taste the quality of our beef, pork, chicken, and fish with prices that are as fantastic as our meat selection. We have a full-service deli, slice to order, and can accommodate every need, large or small. Meat bundles are available, and see our Eckrich House with a variety of Eckrich products. Pick up some of our smoked hunter sticks and beef jerky for a great snack on the go. Stop in today and make your next meal delicious with A&A Meat Market.
In Jackson County, Club Life offers adults with developmental disabilities the opportunities for proper social interaction within their community. Positive experiences in their community can lead to lasting relationships and increased self-confidence. Club Life's goal is to engage, enrich, and empower adults with developmental disabilities in Jackson County by offering different club events that will provide safe and quality programs for our participants. Interested persons can visit our website at www.theclublife.org to register.
Asthma Allergy Centers can help you breathe freely. Since 1980, our board-certified specialists have provided testing and treatment for a wide variety of asthma and allergy-related conditions, including immunodeficiencies and skin problems. No referrals are necessary, and we accept any insurance or no insurance. You can even use our mobile app to check in and pay. Come see us at our Jackson office or one of our multiple offices in Southwest Michigan.
Registration is now open for Jackson YMCA Summer Day Camp. The camp is about learning skills, developing character, and making friends. Every new experience at day camp is a chance for kids to stay active, address gaps in learning when school's not in session, and have fun. Open to ages 4 to 14. Sign up for just 1 week or all 10 at jacksonymca.org.
Welcome back. Today's morning show is brought to you by Wilcox Lawn and Landscaping, who happens to be at my house right now, taking care of a situation with my sprinklers. They are my go-to. Wilcox Lawn and Landscaping provides complete design, installation, and maintenance of your decks, your retaining walls, patios, gazebos, beautiful water gardens for all of Jackson and the surrounding areas. They can do